Hey guys, what's up? It's time to do a speed test comparison between the Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra versus the little brother Samsung Galaxy S23, and both phones is powered by Qualcomm Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 4 Galaxy SoC with 8GB of RAM on the S23 versus the 12GB of RAM on the Galaxy S23 Ultra. On the back, we have a triple cameras on the S23 versus the quad cameras we have on the S23 Ultra, and the S23 Ultra has a 200 megapixel OIS main camera, while the normal S23 has a 50 megapixel OIS main camera, and both phones also has a 12 megapixel ultra wide and a 10 megapixel which is a telephoto lens, which give you a 3x optical zooms on both phones. With OIS we also have another 10 megapixel telephoto lens which give you a 10x optical zoom with OIS as well. And the back on both phones is made up of glass. We have Coring Gorilla Glass Victus 2, and the frames on both phones is made up of aluminium. We have completely flat frame on the S23, while on the Ultra we have a rounded frame, as you can see. So on the bottom we have our USB Type-C. We also have a S Pen, which you don't find on the normal S23. Again, we have IP68 water and dust resistance with the stereo speakers on both phones. So in this video, I'm really excited to see that how is the Dell S23 is going to perform against the bigger brother S23 Ultra. So without any wasting time, let's quickly boot both of these phones up at the same time, and logos came up at the same time on both phones, and both phones is running on Android 13 with Samsung One UI version 5.1. I don't receive the Android 14 update. So the normal S23 is faster when it comes to booting up as compared to the S23 Ultra. We only have 1 second difference between these devices. And guys, now let's talk about the displays between these devices. And the bigger S23 Ultra has a 6.8 inch Quad HD Plus dynamic AMOLED with LTPO 120Hz refresh rate. Also, this is a curved display as compared to flat display we have on the S23, while the normal S23 has a 6.2 inch Full HD Plus dynamic AMOLED with LTPO 120Hz refresh rate as well. Also, we have a center punch hole on both phones, and the bottom chin it is actually more smaller on the Galaxy S23. So guys, everything's closed up in the background. As you can see, no application is running in the background. Also, we have same Wi-Fi network on both phones. Opening up phone dialer, and that is about the same. As you can see, animation feels exactly the same which you expect. Now let's open settings, again exactly the same, and now let's go to the display. So we have LTPO 120Hz refresh rate, which goes all the way up to 1 Hz versus a 10 Hz on the Galaxy S23. Now let's open Amazon Shopping. Slightly faster on the S23. Now let's see the scrolling. Scrolling feels really smooth, as you can see. And now let's open this tab, and that is also about the same. And now check out some games application. Now let's see that we have any difference between the Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 we have inside the S23 Ultra versus we have inside the S23. Opening up the Candy Crush Saga at the same time. So S23 Ultra, it is slightly faster. I don't know why. Instagram slightly faster. Let's spin out, and that is exactly the same on both phones. Snapchat, Spotify, Subway Surfer, another game. So S23 Ultra, it is 1 second faster than the normal S23, despite having the same SoC on both phones. And let me show the speakers on both phones. First on the bigger S23 Ultra. So here is the S23 simple. And I feel that the speakers it is about the same on both phones. As far as the punchiness are concerned, it is much more higher on the normal S23. I don't know why. And now let's open this game, which is called as Tapper and 2. Let's see this time which one will be faster. We have a downloading thing on both phones. So S23 Ultra and the S23 both phones is perform equal. So Ultra, it is a half second faster only. And now let's opening up the PUBG Mobile, and this is a heavy game, Now let's see in that game how much difference. So the S23 Ultra is taking the lead once again, but we only have half a second difference again between these two devices. Also in that game we have smooth graphics with 90 fps on both phones, and as far as the gaming performance are concerned, it is much more stable on the Galaxy S23 because we have more space inside the phone over the S23, which is a really small phone. And now let's open X, and this time both phones is open at the same time. Z, and Z it is open up at the same time on both phones. Scrolling feels really smooth, as you can see 120 Hz, it is silky smooth even on the smaller S23. And last I'm launching the cameras on both phones, default camera application. Let's see which one will open the camera faster. So both phones is open the camera at the same time, I would say. As far as the cam performance are concerned, yes, and the cam performance it is definitely better on the Galaxy S23 Ultra because we have a 200 megapixel OIS main camera versus a 50 megapixel. Anyways, now let's look at the front facing camera. So the front facing camera looks more sharper on the S23 Ultra. Okay guys, now let's see internet browsing speed. So I am using Samsung internet on both phones. Also we have same Wi-Fi network, wikipedia.org, and that is exactly the same. Scrolling feels really smooth, same thing with zooming out. And now let's open this English tab. This time again about the same. Scrolling feels absolutely smooth. And next on the list is apple.com, and apple.com it is slightly faster on the S23, or it is about the same. Do let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Scrolling wise, absolutely smooth, no issue whatsoever, which you expect from a Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 phone. And now let's see RAM management on both phones. So on the S23 we have 8GB of RAM versus a 12GB we have on the Ultra. Phone dialer, that seems like in-app refresh. Settings, Amazon shopping. Let's check out Candy Crush Saga. Instagram. Let's pin out. So far RAM management it is excellent even on the smaller S23. Snapchat it is also still there. Spotify, Subway Surfer it is also still there in the memory. Temper Run 2, PUBG Mobile, still excellent RAM management you will find even on the smaller S23. Zedge. And last, we're back to the internet browser. And guys, so what I have to say regarding the apps opening speed, as you can see that and the Galaxy S23 Ultra as well as the normal S23 and both phones is perform exactly the same. As far as the games are concerned, I see a difference between these devices, which is only a half a second difference. So in terms of the RAM wise in that area, and both phones is perform excellent in the RAM management. Not a single refresh on both phones. And now let's talk about the battery sizes. So the bigger S23 Ultra has a 5000 mAh battery size with a 45 watt super fast charging support. Again, no charger in the box, while the little S23 only has a 3900 mAh battery size with a 25 watt super fast charging support. Again, no charger in the box, and both phones also support reverse wireless charging as well as a 15 watt wireless charging. And that's about it, and thank you so much for watching this speed test comparison between the Galaxy S23 Ultra versus the Galaxy S23. And do let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, and subscribe to my channel for more videos like this, and follow me on Instagram as well as on X, and I will see you in my next video. Peace out.